little flame, now get out the way. Whole lot of change, still been the same, put that on the name. I had to go through it just to get to it, look what I became. Elevate, level up, way to the top.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Star Motivate You. I'm Glenda Baker, along with the beautiful and talented Star Singletary.
Hey.
We would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Best Buy. Thank you so much. Tonight, we have the amazing, talented, and beautiful Brenda Acopiado. Thank you so much for being on the show, Maria.
For having me. I'm really excited about this, and it's so cute when you pronounce my last name perfectly.
I was working so hard not to mess that up.
Appreciate that for sure. Because not a lot of it's hard to pronounce. That's why I usually drop my last name and just go with Maria Brenda, but I have to in there. So that's that.
Yeah, it's good for everybody to know your full name so they can look you up on social media.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
We'll get started with question
Well, we'll just
one.
jump right in.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, Star.
You're good. You're good. Tell us about yourself.
Just
Tell us
say
about
we'll
yourself.
just jump right on in.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, got you. Tell us about yourself and about your company.
Okay, so my name is Maria Brenda Acopiado, and I am saying the right way. They're gonna butcher me, my Filipino community, so I'm just not gonna butcher that. But I am the founder, the CEO of Satori Films. So we are an independent film production company based in Chicago, and the majority of my team are Asian American filmmakers, with more of the women professionals in it. So I'm excited. I'm excited to give you a little bit of a rundown on what we do, and you know what I mean, and what our project's all about.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Wonderful. Well, let's get started on. I know you have won numerous awards and recognition in the film festivals. Can you tell us about that first?
Yeah. So what happened was, this is funny. The first project we did was a short film, Maya, which is a passion project based on my story and my daughter's. Well, based on my daughter and my story. Taking care of my daughter is going through mental health challenges. But during pandemic, we decided to put this project that was already finished to film festival, and without really much expectation. So we just like want to see what it's gonna, what it's gonna take us, right? So.
Right.
Were surprised because it went very well in the film festivals. I was like, oh, this is very cool. So we kind of decided to make more short films during those times. Why not? We're in lockdown. I mean, we have a very small, and so we just kind of keep it amongst us, to do what we love to do. And it's a good bonding time for us. And it's also good for us to learn more about what we do and get better at it. So that's why all those short films came about.
Oh, wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, it is great. And for like beginner filmmakers, how would they get involved with like film festivals? Like what route? Like what should they do?
Yeah, so I found this platform. It's Film Freeway. So all the festivals is in there. Somebody suggested it to me. I just don't remember who. And so when I went and checked it out, it was really fascinating because they have so much festivals going on in one platform, right? So you just have to pick and choose which festivals that fits your genre or your your project. So that's what I did, and I actually signed up to become a member to save a little bit of money to put our projects out there, because it still costs you money, even though it's not a lot of money, but it's still it's still something, right? To help the platform.
Right.
And I think that's what they're doing it that way, and help the festivals also to survive. So now I don't even have to I don't even have to enter my festival, they come and reach me. All these festivals that they interested in my project to put on their festivals, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? I really don't need any more of those. It's too much.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
You mentioned that Maya is a passionate project of yours. Can you tell us just a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So my daughter, now she's 22, but she's thriving, so she's doing much better. But when she was 14, she started to have this mental health issue, challenges. So being a single parent and doing everything for my children, it was hard. Like it was tough. Like especially in our community, in the Filipino community, we never really believe in it. We just kind of brush it under the rug because no, it's more for them. It's more embarrassing. I think. I mean, I'm not speaking for everyone, but how I feel and what I feel because I grew up in the Philippines, so I know how the mental health works there. So
Right.
my daughter went through that, hospitalized so many times. It was so frustrating to me because I don't have a definite answer for what she's got going on. You know,
No.
Yeah.
so I decided. I remember 2018. I decided to write about my journey. But instead of making it as a diary, I turned it into a screenplay. And I love fantasy and adventure and that kind of stuff. So I just started to write the screenplay in horror because it is a horrifying events, right? Because
Right.
Right.
gonna get and what's gonna happen to your child. So that's what I did, and it turned out to be a screenplay. It was over 200 pages, and I feel like I was channeling at that moment. I think it was because, like I said, it was out of frustration, and I wanted to escape from the reality of the situation. So yeah, that's where Maya came about, and it is a story about mother and daughter. Obviously, the mother is trying to help her daughter about their bloodline being sacrificed to the bloodline. So I use the mythical creature from the Philippines as I came from there, and aswang, what we call it, is a very known creature that actually attack vulnerable people. So that was the story of this particular creature, and it's very fitting to what we wanted to accomplish on this project.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Um, well, if you could give advice on fundraising, what would be the advice you would give to someone?
I don't know if I'm the good one to give advice to anyone about that. But my advice is reach out to people that has a that has a that's already been doing the fundraising and collaborate with them. That's my suggestion. But also, if you have someone that like believe in your project, right? Either
Right.
Yeah.
go reach out to them, and that's how we fundraise, is through our connections. We did put it on one platform, and I was like, who's gonna do all this work? Because it's still work, right? You have to reach out to people
Yeah.
yourself. It was a lot of work because everybody's doing it. So we just kind of decided to do it our way and reach out to our connections, our friends, our family that really believe in these visions. And we got lucky when it came to that. So yeah, and thank you to everyone who supported this this little short
We
thing.
can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Exactly. Ready to see.
Uh, when it comes to building a foundation of a pitch deck for a film, what are some key points that should be included in the deck?
Right. So I created all the materials. I mean, I do all the writings. I created all the materials and everything else. So I'm my hands are on deck from the conception to the finished product, right? Because I'm
Right.
perfectionist, but I have to be, because it's my reputation and my team's reputation, right? So
Right.
so the pitch deck, obviously, I tried to, I tried to refine my pitch decks, and obviously, it's not perfect, but I'm always have a room for improvements, and everybody so far like the pitch deck, so I'm happy with that, and I think it was all the tweaking and everything else, but a really good catching lag lines and synopsis. That's what get people, and also it's the purpose of the film, why you created, why you wrote those pieces, and that's very important to other people, and this is all about mental
Right.
health, and we wanted to help our community to understand what mental health is all about, especially in the Asian communities, that a lot of the Asian countries doesn't really believe in it. So this is where we're at, what we're doing.
Okay, that's interesting. That's great.
That's a fantastic project.
And it is. Uh, so what are some key factors a filmmaker should know when pitching their script to a potential distribution company? Like if they wanted help
This
with
is
distribution.
hard. I'm very tricky. For independent filmmakers, nobody really believes in you. You have to prove to yourself that you believe in what you create, and then everybody will believe in it, right? So,
Right.
so we got lucky that we connected with some people that has some connections to those distribution companies, especially the one that's been established for a long time and will take your project to from A to Z, right? So um, there's also, I don't know if I don't know, that whole pitching it to distribution. I'm not sure about the independent filmmakers, but if you found someone or connect to someone that actually knows what they're doing and what you call it, and they know this distribution company, that will be your best bet, because they're just not going to talk to you if there's no connection in between, so that's why social media is really helpful for us independent filmmakers to reach out to people that has been been successful, somewhat successful to what they're doing in this industry. So that's basically, I don't have much to say about that part. Also, the good thing is we have all these free platforms that we can put our films there. You know what I mean, and showcase it. So,
Yeah.
like festival is a great showcase for that, to get some distribution deals. So I went to film American Film Market in Santa Monica in 2019, before the pandemic, and that's been a great help for me. It's a good practice for me for pitching my project, and yeah, so that's where I'm at. I really don't have much experience into that, so I don't know what to give the audience,
No,
but
that's understandable. Well, could you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about the Taiwan Pride Festival,
oh
film
yeah,
festival?
I love that. We that was our first project or event that we organized. So one of my producer, which is our part of our Satori Films family, Bart Moy, which thank you so much for bringing the Taipei Economic Cultural Office in Chicago. So they actually love what we do and what we stand for as a production company, and they wanted us to bring this event together, organize this event together, and it was hard because we only have a month and a half to put this together, because we have to make sure that we do this event during Pride Month. And I was like, okay, there's a
Oh,
lot in Chicago. There's a Pride parade. There is also the dance was here, so we're competing for those people. But we did an amazing job. Everybody are working so hard to make it work for everyone, and I do appreciate Cine City Studio with Stan, Armando and Mia for helping us to give us the space, and like this beautiful space, the studio, to have this event, and it was a successful one. I mean, I'm telling you, it was a nerve wracking, because you don't know who's gonna come. It's like, you're crossing your fingers, somebody will come. I was like, I hope someone will come, but and you have to do this, ahead of time. You have to pre-plan it. It's a month and a half is not enough for us. But like I said, we got lucky. We also have some connections in the media here, like Fox 32, NBC Chicago. We've got a lot of connection through our one of our associates that actually has a connection to that in the politician side and also in the media side here in Chicago. So we're blessed.
Yeah, God bless. Yeah, that is great. That's great. Could you tell us about your film Lunatic, if I said it correctly?
All right. So I know, like during lockdown, you try to figure out what you want to do. We got bored, like I said earlier. So I wrote another piece, which is a sci-fi. This is also a concept. It's part of a feature film. We filmed this for 2 days, and we filmed it in my brother's office conference room, and it's very limited. When you put green screen, you have to make sure that you have a big
Yeah,
space.
the room.
But we made it happen. We appreciate Paulo Bertola, our collaborator from the Philippines, that actually he was online talking to us how to position the camera since, like I said, we have very limited space to film this. But we are actually happy with the results of that short film. We won a bunch of awards on that in recognition. And I'm actually, a couple of my team actually were going to Toronto for the Nollywood International Film Festival. And they also have the film market there. So it's a whole week of events. So September, middle of September. So we're excited to go there. It's like, it's about time to go travel again. Yeah. So it was that Lunatic was nominated there. Also, it's funny because during pandemic, Maya, the other project we have, won the award there, the best short film. The entirety from the U.S. So, I actually know the event very well because they interview me through online because it was only online festivals that go in because it's all still locked down.
COVID, yeah,
Yeah.
COVID.
What do you enjoy doing more, the short films or feature film?
Well, right now it's all short films. These are our proof of concept, and also it's
Okay.
to tell your future investors or collaborators that you've done this little bits and pieces of a project that actually did very well in the film festivals, right? And
Right.
it's your resume. Like I said, we kind of pound all the short films during pandemic, and I'm glad that we had that opportunity
Right.
it because now it's back to the grind where you want to make sure that you make that feature film happen. And Maya is our passion project, and that's what we're working right now, which I spoke to Glenda before about this project. We have a lot of interest, but at the same time you have to make sure that you pick the right people you want to bring in into this project, not just because you want to get it done. I mean, I don't want to do it that way.
Okay.
Not
Right.
about also it's a business and we need to make money, but at the same time you want to be proud of what you're creating, and people that comes in to this project also proud of what they are participating, or you know what I mean, or get involved with. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so dear to your heart for sure.
it is.
That's right. What are some of your favorite hobbies?
Oh. I love why aren't you asking me that? I write all the writing, so I always love to create my own world through that writing. um, it feels great for me because it's my escape. I'm a Pisces, so we like to escape. We're first. I guess that's what they call us. But I have to
That
be
is what they call us.
time. So and then I do love to go to the gym and work out. It clears my head, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't have much hobbies except for filmmaking and writing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
So
good.
is that what you do in your free time? Go to the gym?
Yeah, that too. And I love nature, so we're lucky enough here in Chicago that we have a lot of forest preserve that I like to clear my head, and I walk or run there, and there are trails, and I just love to stare and meditate. Stare at the trees and meditate.
That's your chance to relax a little bit.
Exactly.
So when you have free time, what do you do during that? Well, I know you say you do exercising, but you do like anything else besides that?
I don't know. I don't really call it free time because I don't really have much of those. I still have two kids that I have to deal with, even though they're adults. I mean, it's a different type of responsibility, I guess, if you call it that way. And I'm still helping my daughter, if I can, to deal with her situation. And she's thriving, and I'm happy that she's going into the right direction. And it took a long time, but I'm like really don't have much time to even rest. Like either I go to the office and meet a lot of the creators and collaborate with them or whatever we can collaborate on. Yeah, so but I enjoy it so much, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here.
What inspires you to write these amazing scripts of yours?
So Maya is obviously because of my daughter, and
Right.
it is, even though it is a horror fantasy, it is a dramatic movie, because there is a exchange of heart to heart talk about this kind of things to the person that you love, right? The
Right.
mother caring for her daughter, and the life that she, like, for me, I'm a full-time caregiver to my daughter, and I never really have much help, but when it comes to um, the position that I was in, or I'm still in. um, Her father is not much of a help. It's more of a I don't know, it's more of a pain in the butt for me to have him around, because all he does is complain about all my fault, that my daughter is like that. I mean, it's never really your fault.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
to my mental health, and nobody really cares about. A lot of the caregivers, they sacrifice their life to help their loved ones, and nobody really cares for them or asks them how they're doing. And I'm not a superhuman. I have feelings, and I do have that time where I want to break down and just kind of be in the corner and sob. So that stuff is really,
yeah.
it's for me, when I write, about that kind of things, it makes me feel better. It's more of my therapy. That's why I like writing that kind of, even though it is, like I said, even though it's a horror and fantasy and even sci-fi, that some of the project that I'm writing, it makes me feel good, like I'm putting a bubble on my own world. I don't know.
Right.
But answer for
Yeah.
that.
It's like it's an escape.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
No, that is great. So I know you say your daughter inspires you also, but do you have like a favorite film director that also might inspire your directing skills?
Yes. So the Lunatic is really one of my favorite one too. The visual effects of that one is really pretty. Like I said, my team in the Philippines did an amazing job on bringing my vision to life, and I'm really super proud that I'm actually connected with them. All my short films, they did all the post production for those. But me being somewhat perfectionist, I'm always like, okay, I need to tweak this. It's like, okay, Maria, this is too much. I stop. I mean, our job. I was like, no, but I'm just saying, like, this is my vision. I wanted you to portray in the right way, like, or edit in the right way, like that kind of stuff. So, and also writing this piece series about mythology, and I'm actually, it's a series, so hopefully I can start promoting that after this Maya. It's actually, I wrote 11 episodes out of the one season right now. I was busy during pandemic. Like when I start writing, I can't get my hands off my laptop, and I just kind of click, 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 and it just something comes into my head, and I'm just typing it in. So that's gonna uh, that's going to be a really good project. I feel like it's a good project because there is a message to it, not just, creating something. A lot of my project has a message to it. This one is mental health, Maya. So the other one is more of like about the AIs, the lunatics, about AIs coming and what do we do, and they're going to be attacking us. They're going because that's going to happen at some point. Not attacking us, but AIs are here. They're staying. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Oh, we can't wait to see. We
Yeah.
can't wait to see these projects.
Yeah.
We what would be some advice you would give an upcoming film director or inspired writer?
Oh my God. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I'm a good person to give advice.
You are.
You are,
So
you are.
inspirational.
You want some advice? Just tell them to keep going or stay encouraged.
That's only for me. Like, it's not advice for
Yes,
but my
just
experience.
from you.
Yes, exactly. So you have to believe in what you created, because people can see that. When you talk about your project to other people, they can feel you. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes,
So
I understand.
Right.
it's and be yourself. Don't listen to these people and say that you can or you can't do it, because you can. We all can. We're capable of doing anything if we put our mind into it, right? So
Right.
Right.
advice, and just be kind, and overall just be kind and respectful to others. You are not above everyone. We're all we are all equal in this industry. We're all equal.
And that's good.
That's beautiful advice. Beautiful advice. So tell the audience, where can they go if they wanted to contribute to Maya? Where can they find you?
Yeah, so reach out at our website, www.zatorifilms.net. I know it's kind of weird because the name, they could not spell Zatori, so it's Zatori films with s.net. You can also check us out on Instagram, which is Zatori Films. Same thing. You can reach out to us there, and also Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere.
And you also have your own Instagram account as well too, right?
So my Facebook and Instagram 2 years ago got hacked. So I stopped everything when it comes to that. So I kind of promoting the Satori, and now I'm kind of started to come back my personal stuff. So Maria Brenda Acopiado is my whole name. Or it's just me, Maria, on Instagram, but on Facebook's Maria Brenda Acopiado, and so is LinkedIn. So I'm all on those platforms for myself, so promoting my stuff, having fun on social media. Just kidding.
Well, you guys heard it from Maria. Please go check out her Instagram, her website, Zatori Films. And please, if you can contribute, that'd be great, because it's a beautiful project, and Star and I are very excited to see the final project on the big screen. So thank you guys for tuning in to this great episode with the beautiful and talented Maria Brenda. It's been great having you on the show. I was about to say your last name, but I was like, I don't want to mess it up.
Earlier, it's an amazing job. Thank you so much for not butchering it too much. But
it's been a pleasure having you on the show. We hope you'll come back after you release the movie, so we can talk about it some more.
Yeah, for sure. And can I say thank you to my team too. Shout out to my team. So
Sure.
Arts, Benjo, my she's like my sidekick. Vani, Marnie, Carrie, Matthew. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know this industry is a long process industry. It's not gonna be like a fast moving thing, but we're getting there. We're getting close. So thank you so much for sticking around and believing in my vision, and being a part of this team. So love you guys so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much for being on the show. We look forward to seeing you soon. We want to take this time to thank Best Buy again for proudly sponsoring us. And we hope you guys will tune in again next week for another great episode of Star Motivates You. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you, Glenda. Star, thank you.
Get in your lane, stay in your lane. Wait, this ain't a game. Been through the flame, now get out the way. Whole lot of change, still been the same. Put that on the name. I had to go through it just to get to it. Look what I became. Elevate, level up, way to the top, headed to the peak.